Hi, welcome everyone. Yes. Okay, well, I'm going to follow up with couple videos that I just delivered and how it's been coming up, the twin flame and the soulmate partnerships and business, or just a past life, okay? And the reason why I'm going to do this video is because the goddess theme was coming through pretty large. So I brought out these little goddess decks by Suzanne Sedon-Blay, which she's a beautiful artist. I fell in love with her back in the 90s, I think. But she's passed now. She passed in her 40s from cancer. But this is the Mother Mary card, and we've had many wonderful other cards. And a few goddesses came out a couple of times during the clairvoyant alchemy readings that I brought the goddess energy out because that's what was, kind of hearing. And then I just wanted to bring out, because I keep hearing this, the soulmate reunion, twin flame connection, past lives, past souls coming again through, so that connection is stronger, more vibrant, more, white light, bright light, source force energy. So I brought out Dolly and Aleister Crowley's The Book of Thoth to gain wisdom by the Egyptian tarot and Lady Isis herself. And just that's what I delivered just the other day. And then, no, definitely past life, present power, the many spiritual faces of you. So past life, present power totally came through, okay? So we're going to pick one from the Lady Isis when we shut it down. But I just want to open up the reading about why I'm going to do this, okay? So this is the card that came through. And if you follow me or new to me, when I work with this goddess by Elena Fairchild, Isis Oracle, it's so much in depth that you can only pick one card, and because it's so in depth, okay? And you are welcome to watch. So anyway, I was looking, so I know, and then here I have my goddess discs that I haven't worked with in a long time. And this, if I say the runes were my first divination set, then this would be my second. And hold on, let's see, maybe if I wrote in here. Well, see, now I write in my books when I receive them, but I've had this since 2005. Okay, so there's a date right there, 1/18/06, 2006. The Wildendorf goddess. My Lord, don't even get me started on her. She's the first goddess figure ever found. And planted, rooted straight into the ground of Mother. Okay, so there we go. Wait a minute, 9/14/03. There you go. Okay. I've been studying the goddesses. And this lady, Nancy Blair, she's fabulous. All right, so I don't want to go on a tangent, but so now I want to share strictly a goddess reading, okay? But I spell goddess GOD/DESS, right? That's soul union, that there is a God, male active energy, and there is a female receptive, beautiful love Venus energy, okay? And that's what makes that twin flame happen and ignite and power on. All right, so we know that, but it does come from the past life. That's genuine in the respect you all have known each other, because how can it be so enriched and so charged and jacked up, or passionate, whatever words you want to use, just know. Okay, so now I haven't worked with this goddess deck in a while, and this is my latest goddess tarot, so we'll bring it forward because we're going to do a 9-card spread via the Doreen Virtue. So I now literally, okay, we're going to do the goddess reading for what's been happening with so much soul love connection happening, whether it's platonic business, but it's meant to be. You're supposed to align with this person, to make it happen. Just like Steve Jobs and Alan did for the Apple. So anyway, I bring out these cards, and here's Isis. And I haven't worked with this deck in a while, this Goddess Guidance by Doreen Virtue. And it says past life. And here we have, and I'm not going to, talk about it too much because you can look at the reading I just did regarding this past life present power. So this situation involves your past life memories. But I will read it right now. And then Mother Mary, who I have literally on my altar this month for March because, it's Pisces power, the sea star people, the women, the energies of male, active, feminine, receptive, balancing. And then here's Mother Mary's card in this Goddess deck. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Okay, and Mother Mary came through right here, which I'm not going to take time to read, but, the Mother of Jesus, all right? So it's okay. It's beautiful. You can look at that video because I read it there. So expect a miracle. I'm going to stand it strong for the moment, but I'm going to put it back in the deck because I think it's important. But I also think it's important before I start this reading that how Isis, and in case you're new to my readings, Lady Isis, I have always followed her in the respect with genuine love, and she's the one who taught me how to be fierce and fearless, no fear. But now we've been talking about, fast forward to where we are today, how many of us, many readers, and myself included, and I'm very about showing the love, but I'm not about reading soulmates and twin flames coming through very often, except when it does happen, it happens. But this is now continuous. So let's see what the goddesses have to say is what I'm trying to share. Here we have the Venus, beautiful. Pisces, I believe, is the mantra. Neptune, imaginative. Put it out there. And some may think imagination with your mind, but it's really that soul union from your heart. So, make it sensitive. Make it compassionate. Make it very intuitive, okay? And impress yourselves. But here, I have to read about Isis from the Goddess Guidance, because this is, how can this both be, right? I mean, and I have not worked with this deck, and I'm a reader that will say it over and over again. When you're starting new, starting with your first deck, whatever, you don't go to that deck, 24/7 in the respect. It's like calling your best friend 24/7, and after it, you can't. There's respect you have to have. So I haven't seen this deck in a while or worked with it. But here we go. Isis, past life. This situation involves your past life memories. Message from Isis. Your roots upon this planet are strong and deep, and some of the roots have anchored you in past memories from faraway times. These roots have anchored you so deeply, in fact, that you're paralyzed when it comes to moving forward. I've called your attention to this condition so that you may unearth and uproot past memories. Okay, my friends, so, this is what it's also been saying for this first quarter. Here we are in March, so the first quarter is going to be done of 2017. Can't bring it forward. Right? So be done and move forward. All right. Reveal those lessons to yourself now, strong sorceress and sorcerers, and move forward with the confidence that you have sage wisdom behind you. and the various meanings of this card. Get a past life regression to gain insights and answers. Well, I would encourage some of that for those of you who truly are trying to tap your within, your inner child, because I repeat myself when I'm acknowledging it and embracing it, and kind of like, what? You've known the person you're inquiring about in a past life. There you go, past life. Your current situation relates to a childhood issue. About Isis. This Egyptian high priestess, moon goddess, is regarded as one of the most important ancient deities because of her many functions and her vivid history. She's simultaneously motherly and businesslike, feminine and ultra strong. Isis brought her murdered husband Osiris back to life, and they conceived their beloved son Horus, the falcon-headed pharaoh. Unfortunately, Osiris was murdered beyond repair after the conception, and Lady Isis devoted her attention to raising her beloved son Horus. Isis also convinced the sun god Ra to tell her his secret names that contained vibrational tones that created instant manifestations. And it's good, one thing for those of you who are musical inclined, when you hear those tones and you hear even lyrics, you write them down, because I can tell you, I hear tones all the time. When you turn technology off. When you turn the technology off, and then they start chiming in. It's sort of like, you can and you can do every kind of lyric you like. You'll hear the words. I encourage you. Okay. Thus, Goddess Isis is also known as Goddess of Divine Magic and Alchemy. Oh, goodness. You can call upon her for assistance in many areas, including help with past life memories. Okay, past life memories. And look at this. I'm into the numbers as well. But look, page 62 and 63, 8 and 9. Okay, so you have to put the effort into it. You have to work it receive that 8 power. But that 9 power is the completion, is where you have been putting into it. And that's when the energy unites, that goddess, that God/DESS. Goddess plus God becomes loving. It's funny, I just watched Doreen Virtue get baptized. And I'm just sharing some shine, because, I have lovingly put many of my energy into her information and cards. But what I'm trying to say with that is that I think she realizes that whatever was being sent to her via wisdom, and it brought her much wealth, okay? No doubt about it. Because the wealth card came out via Aleister Crowley, the Book of Thoth, Egyptian Tarot, and that's, I bring it out because I have studied the Egyptians since I was a teenager, and this man was born in 1875, and he created this whole theory, about the alchemy, okay, of life. I mean, of his life, our lives, past, because he studied the past life to bring the future into fruition. And yes, there's good, bad, and ugly. There's no doubt about it. The Egyptians were all about that balance. You get what you give, and here we go. And I mean, literally, even Akhenaten and Nefertiti, the Egyptians who believed in all of their gods and goddesses and their deities, chose to take them out because they wanted. Akhenaten saw balance, and it changed everything. But we can do that too. But collectively, we don't have to be ruled by one or two or three or four or five, okay? It really now, we can study all the wisdom that shows balance. The yoga, the yogis, the Buddhas, the Mother Marys, who were destined, even though she was not even a woman, never was, you know, but she brought Jesus forward, and have faith in an energy of el corazón, the heart, because truly there's a movement coming forward, my friends, and you know, I don't have to talk the nonsense, I don't have to make this shit up, you know, and I don't curse a lot, but sometimes I do, and sometimes it's about time that we fucking wake up and say, you know, what am I going to believe? That Star Wars, we're on number 5 Star Wars movie? No disrespect to the, you know, the ones who are gifted to channel that energy, but now it's really vibrational, it's really here. We're the ones, you know, if you don't want to believe, that's one thing, but this past life is coming to us, and the ones are here who can tap it and get it and gonna love it. It's gonna be, and see the many spiritual phases of you. It's gonna like, and then, but there's not much time to meet these kind of people, you know. So you have to have your radar looking up. You look up every day. You look up to the Luna. Where is she? You look up to the sun. Okay, and here we come on this Monday. All right, March 20th. We're going to have this vibrant, not only the way that I express myself, because I embrace Goddess wisdom energy, but we're going to have OSTARA coming, okay? The spring equinox. So it's, again, how much love is that? And then Aries is going to have their new moon coming on the 28th. So March is this alchemy of water, Pisces beauty, Pisces sun, star, birth, March. Aries, sun, star, month, birth, March. So we have this alchemy of air and fire, and it's fabulous. And then now, here we have this new moon on the 28th of March, going into Aries, and this Aries sun birth sign, because now we're going to go into that, and we'll talk about that coming up. But wow, you Aries folk, whether it's your sun star sign or your moon rising or your beloveds, you know, your children, your loved ones, you know who I speak of. But and the fire is all about that will, you know, and the water is all about that emotion. So it's literally 2017, we're coming into that. We have to have a will and emotion for what's coming, okay? Because now this is strong. This is goddess energy. And this fire, you know, it's wonderful. Okay, so now I'm just going to put Mother Mary back in the deck here. And then thank you all kindly for watching my videos. And you know, as we're sharing, faith is an energy of the heart. So we truly want to like represent what's going to happen here, okay? And for all the readers out there, I embrace you all, and let us continue on our mission. And it's going to be a beautiful, you know, again, alchemy is here, pleasure. The Two of Cups came through via Salvador Dali. And I'll just start with this. Temperance, patience, balance. Here we have how beautiful, the spring, east and dawn. The summer, south and noon. the fall west and sunset, the winter north and night. Welcome energies of earth, air, fire, and water. Let us create a life of beauty, reverence, and wonder. With each season, let us rejoice. Through every phase of sun and moon, let us be in harmony. In every direction shall we offer our love. And let the reading begin. Okay? And then you praise the ones you love, you know. And that's what we do. Okay, so here we go. I don't know if can you hear the birdies? Right, and so another, you know, life is a good thing. Life is a good thing. So for some of you all who may be going through delirious things or delicious things, just know life is a good thing. Okay? And for those of you very nature folk and you like to celebrate the springtime, and now here in the northern hemisphere we are, but yet it's still, this time truly is about when the god and the goddess, the, you know, God/DESS hashtag is energy unites lovingly, okay? And this heralds the beginnings of newness, okay? And you know, it's actually the agricultural time, New Year, for those who farm and love nature. But we can also grow our herbs and our, it's beautiful. But with this actually happening here, this coming it's Monday. I mean, that's when on this day, literally, darkness and light are in balance. Okay, darkness and light are in balance. So it's a nice time to truly, you know, love and share the love and be the love. Okay, so I'm going to pick everything out right now, and then we'll bring it forward. I don't know if you can see the doves. They're so happy. Ooh, look at that. I see some crows now. So celebrate, my darlings, with this, you know, spring equinox. It's the balance. Celebrate the balance. Literally, the darkness and the light are in balance. Let's make this happen. Okay? Let's make this happen. Okay. And Mother Mary came through. Lady Lay comes through again. Okay. And then I'm going to select one right now. And I'm going to turn it upside down, okay? I'm going to turn it upside down until we figure out what it is, because I love this disc set. I've had it many moons, so. The birdies, I don't know if you can hear them. Diana, founded intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Well, there she is. And I believe. I believe. Athena. Inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. And you see the wisdom of the owl. And now I have the crows here as well. And the birds are just going crazy. I don't know if you can hear them. So I have Goddess Athena here, the warrior. And even in Greece, they made this whole temple for her. She was made of gold. And she stood, I think, like 2 stories tall. And see true love. Oh my goodness, my friends. We've been talking about this. True love. And you know that literally we're in this March, Pisces, Aries, again. The imaginative, the psychic of the secretive occult, Pisces, whose mantra is, I believe. And then we're going into this Aries, and I can't wait for April month to show up, because that's when we can say, you know, the Aries mantra is, I am. But the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. I was going to say develop, because that's what just said in my head. Sometimes I stutter, but because I think I hear a word and then I have to read another word. But it said the universe to deliver. But I swear, I think it's, you know, you got to do it. You have to develop it and do it. So look, now we have a true love coming through. I have to stand that up strong. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles. How fabulous. So, you see, we were sharing about how this inner wisdom we have to have, this focused intention, okay? Male or female, this is, I can, you know, we have some feminine figures here, but for all people, you really need to focus on what is your inner wisdom. And trust me, I'm the first to say I was in a closet, spiritual closet, for many moons, because I thought I was doing the right thing, you know, working in animal hospital, in the community. And I was proud to say I was part of that for 14 years, but still some vibrations or waves of light, waves of vibration. Looking up, you finally say, you know, I look up every day and I want the real answer. I want the real deal. What do I do? And this is what we do. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. The Queen of Pentacles will provide, because now you're soul aligning the divine, and you're going into that unknown zone, like we like to call it. And that's okay, because when you lovingly do it, when you're lovingly involved and caring and real deal, you know, then the real deals come, okay? And Diana, I'm not even going to go in there, but keep your wavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focus on your target, and you will make your mark. Okay. Bullseye. Bullseye mark. And again, you'll have to watch this video with Mother Mary coming through as well, but the bullseye of true love has come through. And we truly have to, but no one's going to come forward, you know, literally, if you're not sustainable within your own integrity. Okay. I mean, if you believe in you and you stay focused and your intent is about realizing that, you know, we're not here forever. Even, you know, Princess Diana, when she was in her 30s or so, I don't even, look at this. Okay, so Goddess Gaia now. Goddess Gaia. Mother herself. You know. And we are all energetic matrices. Okay, all of us. And that can mean the good, bad, and the ugly. And everything has electricity. Everything, even non-living things, you know, there's atoms, energy here. Okay, there's atoms, energy in the candles. Okay. All right. So I'll allow you to read this card, but here we have the true love coming through, and just stay focused card with the strength of Athena, the wisdom. And you have to know yourself now. You know, now we're going into deeper stuff in the respect. We can't just, I don't know. You have to say, you know. And here we have the 9 of Staves, the 9 of Fire, the 9 of Completions. You know it's time. you know it's time to end and complete. And we talked about that in the last read. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna let it read with that, because that's what came out just the other read a couple days ago. It's all about how to gently shut down these endings, because so much beautiful, and that how the true love is not been denied, and you'll have that wisdom, because you've already cleared out, you know, the closets literally, and you've now getting clearer mental intentions, and you're saying, God, however long it takes, I'll wait for you. Oh my Lord. Okay, in this deck, I think there's only 3 or 4 male active energies that come through. I don't know, forgive me. I don't work with these decks a lot, but I'm grateful that I have them. They represent what I want to say, because I could sit around all day and say these things, but when they become active in your imagination and intuitively in your heart, you get something. But look who came through. God Osiris himself. And I've been saying that this is how I feel, okay? This spring equinox, to celebrate that life is good, because the God / DESS, goddess, spelt God / DESS, energy unites lovingly, okay? I totally believe this is coming. Not coming, it's here. Look, boink. And then the Lady of the Lake, again, She came out twice in my last reading just a couple of days ago. Okay, speaking about, you know, being the healers, and being healers of the beginning of spring, and of the agriculture. Okay, and recognizing that there are days where the darkness and light are in balance. And yes, on this equinox spring, it totally happens via Luna and the star sun and Mother Earth. But we too as humans can bring it together in peace and harmony. Okay. All right. We can be very sensitive and intuitive and understand that compassion is the way. But here we have him. My Lord, help my soul. Osiris comes out. Osiris rises like the phoenix. And actually, okay, let me continue, because now that's a heavy card and I don't think that's ever come through. Enter the chamber of healing, healing the divine chamber of the Lady Isis. Okay, so here we have healing the divine masculine. Enter the chamber of healing and the talismans of potency, charging sacred objects of power. And we talk about always at full moons we charge our crystals. Okay, that's what we try to do. And okay, I'm not gonna go into the book right now because this is so much energy and it's kind of deep, but you can see that the male factor here of love, side, soul, because we're talking about this one twin union which Osiris were, that not only were they twin souls, they were, you know, born the same genetic code to come to Earth, so they were brother and sister. Yet she did help heal him when his own brother took him out. And that's why I think Diablo's always brought hate. But there's star shines here, earth angels, call them what you'd like. And here we are reading again. Enter the chamber of healing, my friends. Okay, Osiris is the healing divine masculine, and he is rising from this chamber of healing, healing the divine chamber of the Lady Isis, because she brought him literally into her heart zone, her womb zone, her mind zone, every chakra of the spirit source. She brought him out of a denial where male to male it was denial. Okay, just like Adam and Eve had two boys, and again male to male was denial. And I love everyone. I love the males, but I'm just saying, these wars, this male active needs to gently heal. And then we have the talismans of potency, charging sacred objects of power. Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to make sure that you allow who you want to bring into this energy of sacredness. And then I'm going to read the Lady of the Lake again, and then I'm going to shut down with this beautiful goddess energy of the snake power right here. And the Lady of the Lake. As in many traditions in which a goddess bestows kingship, the Lady of the Lake, a mysterious Celtic goddess, gave King Arthur the sword Excalibur, and thus established his power and his right to be king. Before he died, Arthur restored the sword to her, and it now remains with her beneath the waters of the deep. Okay. Water, the source of all life, has long been the domain of the goddess. Lakes represent both the source of creative power and the land of the dead, life-giving and death. Water indicates both consciousness and revelations. The Lady of the Lake is a guide to the mysterious realms of emotion and renewal, a source of eminence creativity. She can give us the energy we need to rule our lives. And there we go. Giving us the energy. Because we've been saying, have that courage, have that faith, have that hope. Never give up. Never give up on what consciously and subconsciously. That's why we're trying to go into this meditative states, okay? Or, even you don't even have to be meditative state. How many times have I heard messages just driving in the car, but I didn't have the radio on? You know what I mean? How many times I'm outside trying to get this garden going, and it's when you're out in nature or you don't have, I think you're all getting it. Some of you, I do believe. I think so. And some of you are so intuitive, it's amazing. It's, like I said, I came out of the closet in the 50s. If you're in your 20s, 30s, wow, you're going to be the ones. And your children. Remember, our children are our future leaders, my darlings. So please, I beg that you awaken them, if anything. Okay, here we go. Shedding fear, renewing hope. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was saying I had this a long time, this deck. But now, and I shared in, I think, the blocking video how I coined my Gmail site, Nature's Arcana. But you can see it was 1994. 1994. So we're going on 23 years. Lovepoet.com. Okay. Snake, shedding fear, renewing hope. The double snake design is from Crete, found on a seal carving approximately 2000 BCE throughout all Europe and the Mediterranean. The snake was revered as a sacred manifestation of the goddess. But nowhere was the snake goddess more prevalent than Crete. With an ability to shed its skin, the snake seemed never to die, becoming a powerful metaphor for the regenerative life force of the goddess. Okay. Well, this is a very long reading, but let me see what it says here. Oh, the moon, the Mayan moon goddess Ixnel just came through for March, because this is the month of the Luna, goddess Luna, who's, even the scientists, NASA or whoever, can't figure out where she came from or how she developed, how she began. Okay, but this snake goddess also signifies the Mayan moon goddess Ixnel, is guardian of the healing arts and childbirth. In one image, she is depicted as a snake goddess with a large serpent atop her head. The later Aztec culture holds a strongly patriarchal worldview in which serpent deities are masculinized as phallic symbols. If we dig deeply enough, the snake goddess makes her appearance in early symbol and myth. Okay, so let me go on. And there's another thing here, the Celtic goddess. See this Celtic symbol right there to the where my pinky is? Or let me see. Here, this one here. This one, the Celtic. Let me just bring that one in a little bit. Celtic snake goddess sits in childbirth posture surrounded by snakes, symbolizing the magical meanderings of life's winding and interconnected threads. She reweaves and renews the web of life. Okay, so you can see it's literally a female figure, wide legs apart, making, just like, kind of like snake legs. Like, we're going to take care of that. Okay. All right, so here we have it. And this is how we're going to shut down this reading. When you receive the Serpent Goddess amulet, you are reminded that you carry the wisdom of the serpent deep in your body and soul. Your memory is alive with snake power, awakening female transformative energy. You are fierce and fearless. Oh, God. You are fierce and fearless. You hear the hissing call of an ancient female voices now demanding change, rising up from the underworld for the humane treatment of all peoples, all creatures. With the snake goddess as your guide, you address all challenges with the desire for personal growth, shedding old fears and repressed feelings, revitalizing dynamic life forces. The serpent goddess often signifies an individual who has faced or is facing their addictions or their past with courage and commitment, living a life fully awake in the present. Okay, look at that. I wrote 9/23/1996. Okay, so I write. It's like, and this is before I started writing things, but I want you all to know that the goddess energy has been the life force for me. You have journeyed to the center of your soul, confronted the death goddess, and wiggled yourself back into the arms of the Great Mother for renewal. And isn't that something, how we have the Great Mother of renewal right here with all this Athena, the true love renewal. Like, doesn't love renew everyone? That's why we seek that force of energy that, makes us just feel warm and fuzzy, and you know what I mean. And you procreate and bring forward your beautiful ones, okay? This is all about the sacred feminine, snake power, and definitely when you think about the underworld for retrieving what may be dead or buried within you, you are an important part of healing process, and that's the truth. That's what we want to release. When we speak of release and let go, it's really releasing and let go all your past lives, or all the past miseries, or all that darkness that no longer is bringing you into this spring light. This right now that we are entering this spring equinox here, it's about bringing in the goddess, bringing in the Luna all the time. It's uniting lovingly, and I really feel that something is going to speak to you all. I truly feel that, and that the love has been coming through. It's speaking to me, actually. I'm like, because I believe in love, no doubt about it, but that how it's been coming through, like it's like you can hear it like background songs in a way. That's what I hear. I keep hearing all this background music about love, but I don't recognize any of the artists or the songs. It's like new music I hear. Yeah, so I'm just, but again, just believe in your inner wisdom, okay? I don't need to pick up all these cards. Two of Cups, Salvador Dali. I picked this card up from his deck, and he knows I love him. You know what I mean, people? There's something special coming forward for those of you who want to step forward, especially, because this is not a time for shady people. I feel sorry for the shady ones. Not. Okay. Well, my darling, believe in the Great Mother. Walk barefoot outside. Check in with the sacred feminine. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. Think of that snake power, and that's all about the kundalini kind of thing. So, think about new beginnings and uniting with someone that will be life is good reality, because you're soul mated. There's no doubt about it. Some of you are gonna find that true love that you just, it's just meant to be. I can't. Much love and gracious healings to all, and believe in your soul power, okay? Sometimes we gotta rest the mind, meditate, and believe in your soul power. That's sort of like the signals you want to have guidance with. And believe in you. Believe in your soul. I love you all.